The Lisa Vanderpump fight, by the time we were getting to the end of the season, we were like, okay, enough about the fucking dog. But I want to dive into when you were driving over to Lisa's house. In your mind, your intention was to confront her. I don't think you've ever confronted her like this before.
No.
Knowing what you were going to go in and confront her with, did you know it was going to probably be friendship ending?
No. First of all, it's not about the dog. That's the number one thing. And actually, Brandy Glanville, I did something on her podcast, I think, where she was so crystal clear. I just saw someone sent me the link. It's not about the dog. It was about years of this sort of setting things up. And the truth is, and I said this, at the reunion, which I'm not supposed to say, but, if it had been Lisa Rinna, I could almost understand it because they don't like each other and they've had issues. But this was supposed to be one of her best friends.
Right.
And, I've had it, with me, there's been things. So it wasn't about the dog. It was just a pattern, A. B, when I went there, I didn't know Ken was going to be there. And I kept saying, can we go to the living room to talk? Which they didn't show that part because I didn't want to be having this conversation with Ken. I was very uncomfortable, myself standing there alone with Ken and Lisa. And she knew what was coming because Ken would not leave. There was he was not budging. And I was like, can we go? Nope, no. What do you have to say? So she kind of knew what was coming. I could feel that. And I did not think it would be a friendship ending because I had had the same conversation with her in the Bahamas when I said, listen, I think you should just come out and say, I'm sorry this happened. Don't say I did this or I did that. If you don't want to do that, just say, I'm sorry this happened. I'm sorry it's gotten to this with Dorit. So, no, I did not think. I just knew I had to be honest. When you have these conversations on camera like we had at lunch, and, she was going to see that in 6 months. I felt like I was talking behind her back if I didn't go and tell her what happened.
Right.
So
exactly. And to be fair, watching all of the seasons, you do see a reoccurring pattern. I mean, I've called her out on Watch What Happens Live and on my show as kind of like a puppet master. I've gotten beat up by her army of fans.
Yeah, we all have.
And even Lisa has come into my show and saying, why are you saying this about me? And I'm like,
well, she'll never come again.
But she's a person, like you said, she can't take accountability.
No, the thing is, and people say oh, you say you care about Lisa, but I do. I care about Lisa. I love her. We've had a friendship for 10 years, but I mean, it's crystal clear. I mean, I knew when I walked into, and it's like I said, it's not about the dog. When I walked into Vanderpump Dogs, and that dog was brought out to me, and look, here we have. I knew immediately what was going on, and to me, it was just you just don't do that. That's your friend, and they had already had a conversation, and Dorit really felt the dog was going to a good home, and so what can I say? But Lisa's very funny, and we've had amazing times together, and I am very sad that she's not a part of she didn't want to join us and be a part of the group. With
time, I've usually heals things. Is Lisa capable of becoming just off camera friends with you again?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, in the past, I made a comment. I said, my quote was exactly, and I know because they did a flashback, was maybe she preys on the weak. And when I said that season 1 or 2, I meant that if you're not strong and stand up to her, she will take advantage of that. I wasn't saying that she was, beating old ladies. There's Andy Cohen. That she was beating old ladies with their canes. So, but she didn't. For so long, I was punished for that one little comment. I just don't know if she's going to be able to get past this. I really hope so because I think that if you care about someone like we care about each other, and I hope she cares about me, that you can always get past something.
I thought for sure that she'd be able to figure out how to at least mend this and continue, but I was like, wow, she cannot.
We invited her, included her in every single thing, and she just she chose not to show up. And I was, I'm thinking, just say, even if you want to say no, that's not true, let's agree to disagree. Can we just do that?
Right.
But that wasn't an option.
It's not in her.
Jenny McCarthy Show.